always an option to sit on a little bit of height. If your back feels tight or tense, it gives us a little bit of space for our spine with our hips above our knees. So just maybe one at a time we roll our shoulders back. Just find a little bit of movement that feels good in this moment. Feel free to readjust. We're just going to focus on our neck and shoulders here. If you need more space, you can always turn towards me. Let's bring our head down. Chin comes to chest. And we'll take a big breath in to circle the nose up one way. Looking up, shoulder blades coming together for an inhale, and on your exhale, slowly look down. Just take your time. If you want to look down to one side, you can relax the weight of your head, bring you down a little deeper. Just continue to move with your breath as you circle up one way. Just nice, slow and controlled as we circle down the other. Just take your time. Notice your torso getting a little taller on the inhale, the chest moves forward. And on the exhale, our shoulders drop down, relaxing all the way down to our hands. Let's take another big breath in this way. Chin falls down to chest for an exhale, and we'll circle up the other way. So just take it nice and slow, look down to one side if it feels good. Slowly circle up and back down. Take your time, nice little movements, connecting with the breath. We'll take another big breath in, and on the exhale, we'll bring chin back down to chest at center, and then we'll slowly look forward, rolling our shoulders down and back. Just take your time to transition back to a seated position, head above heart, heart above pelvis. We'll bring our right ear down to our right shoulder. So just letting the left side of the neck have a big stretch. Just take a big breath in here. If you want a little bit more of a stretch, you can bring your right hand on your temple. Left hand reaches out to the side, just gently. You don't have to reach too far, just allowing the weight of your hand to bring your head a little deeper. We'll take a big breath in. And on the exhale, you can release your hands, slowly come back to center, give a little roll if it feels good, and we'll do the other side. So bringing the left ear down to the left shoulder. Just take your time to relax and release. If you want more of a stretch, you can bring your right hand out, reaching to the side. Left hand comes on the temple for a little extra weight. There we go. You're doing great, just taking a big breath in. You can reach with your fingertips, feeling that stretch all the way down to your fingertips, up to your neck. Take a big breath in. And on the exhale, let's release the hands, slowly bring the head back to center. We'll roll it out. Let's slowly look over to the right side, so just take your time. We'll take a big breath here, looking over to this side. Exhale to slowly look over to the left side. Letting your jaw hang open. We'll take a big breath in to reach up with the head, looking over to this side. Exhale to slowly look over to the other side. Letting your shoulders drop. Mouth hangs open. Take a big breath in. And another long breath out all the way over to the other side. Take one more big breath. And we'll slowly come back to center. Letting the breath go. We're going to bring our hands back behind us wherever we are. Just doing a little forward fold. If you need to adjust your legs, you can. Just find what feels good as we have head over heart, heart over pelvis. Take a big breath in. And on the exhale, slowly hinge from the hips to gently fold forward. Head can stay lifted. An extension of your spine as you reach with the head forward. Taking a big breath in and a long breath out. One more big breath in. And on the exhale, slowly bring the torso back to center. We can place the hands on the legs again. A little roll. So we're gonna take our time. If it feels good on our hands and knees, we can come into our hands and knees, or we can do a few cat-cow just sitting down. So just find what feels best for you. So if we're on hands and knees, we have our wrists underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips. If we're seated, we're just focusing on our torso here. So bringing the stomach down, head and tailbone reach up for the inhale. Exhale to round the back, look towards the navel. You can press into the palms. Take a big breath in, dropping the belly, lifting the head and tailbone. This is a great exercise if we want to focus on the pelvic floor. On your exhale, we're hugging the sides of the body into the midline. Little hug. Exhale to relax and release as we bring our head up, drop our bellies. If we're seated, we're drawing our chest forward on the inhale. Exhale to round the back. So just find your rhythm. If you want to create some movement, you can rock back and forth. Rocking back on the exhale, forward on the inhale. This is great if our lower back feels tight or tense. We can also give a little wiggle in our hips, or you can start to move side to side. Just continuing to move with your body as you drop the belly on the inhale. Exhale to round the back. Rounded back, pushing into the palms to feel that shoulder stretch. We'll come to a tabletop position, slowly separating our knees, having our toes touching, and we'll come into our extended child's pose. Option to bring our bolster to have our torso on. We can keep our hips over our knees. Our hips can come slowly down on our ankles. Just find your range of motion. So we can do extended child's pose with the knees apart, or we can do child's pose with knees together if that feels better. So laying on your legs instead of your bolster. Hands come back in our child's pose. Extended child's pose, you can reach forward or you can bend your elbows, opening up your chest. So find whatever feels good for you. It should be a good lower back stretch. Take a big breath in, and on the exhale, slowly bring our hands onto the mat. We're going to bring our wrists underneath our shoulders, and you can move your bolster up. So just move it out of the way for now. Feet to the side, we'll use it again. We're going to bring our knees underneath our hips, and then you can slowly come on the forearms, straightening one leg and then the other until we're on our stomach. So you can lay on one cheek. If you want to completely relax, you can allow your arms to be by your side and just relax onto your stomach, allowing gravity to push on your lower back, onto your quads, relaxing your legs. Just a little sigh as we relax into the mat, melt our bodies. Big breath in And on the exhale, let's bring our wrists underneath our shoulders. And we're gonna focus on using our lower back muscles here. So instead of pushing into the hands, we're gonna bring our legs together, taking a big breath in to slowly bring our head up, opening up the chest for a baby cobra. Big lower back stretch as we slowly relax and release onto the opposite cheek. Another neck stretch. So take another big breath in, slowly raising our heads up. Baby cobra. Let's take a breath here. And on your next exhale, slowly come down onto the opposite cheek. And we'll do one more. You can keep your hands under your shoulders or push your arms forward so your elbows are under your shoulders if you want a deeper back bend. This is our Sphinx pose if elbows are underneath the shoulders. So just find your range. Take a big breath in. And on the exhale, slowly lower down wherever you are. Just take your time to relax and release. So we're gonna do another little lower back stretch, focusing on our legs here, keeping our hands on underneath our shoulders for support. We're going to bend our left knee out to the side. So we're making a 90-degree angle with our legs. If 90 degrees doesn't feel good, just find what feels right for you. So with our hands underneath our shoulders, we're gonna press our head up slowly, and then bring our right arm underneath our left shoulder. So we can have our left arm on our right arm. This is the least intense. We can have our left hand on our hips. So this is half opening up. Or we can have our left hand all the way out wide for a big lower back stretch. So on the exhale, we're trying to relax and release that part of our lower back. Big breath in to feel our ribs expand. Taking big deep breaths. We'll take one more. And on the exhale, we're going to stack the arms. And we'll work on our arms, or we'll work on our legs first. Straightening the legs, slowly bringing the hands back underneath the shoulders to relax our head down. So just take your time, moving one body part at a time, coming back to center. And relaxing the head. We're gonna get ready for the other side. You can look over to the right. We're gonna bend the right knee out wide. So take your time if you need to adjust. And then we'll use our hands to press our head up. Left arm this time comes underneath the right shoulder, and we'll have our right arm over the left. Option to have the right hand on the hip, right arm out wide. Find your range of motion as we open up the chest here. Twist out the lower back. You're doing great. Take another big breath in. And on the exhale, bringing the arms to stack. And then we're gonna stack our legs, so bend both of your knees so we're completely laying on our left side. You can lay your head on your arm, just give yourself a break right here. Hand can come on the ribs, we're just feeling our breath move through the body. Big breath in. And on the exhale, place the palms on the mat. We're going to use our arms to push yourself back up to a seated position. You can walk your hands back towards your hips. And then we're going to transition hands and knees, coming into our downward facing dog. So reaching our hands forward first. And then we'll tuck our toes, send our hips up into our downward facing dog. So your arms are long, your spine is long. You can bend into one knee, root into the opposite heel. So we'll take a big breath in. And on the exhale, we're gonna start to move the feet to the middle of the mat. Hands walk back, and we're in a forward fold. You can bend your knees as generously as you want. Option of sway, grab onto elbows. Just find what feels good as we stretch out the lower back. Allowing the weight and the stress to roll off her back. We'll take a big breath in. And on the exhale, bend both knees, coming to center, slowly rolling out vertebrae by vertebrae. Rolling out the shoulders. We're just gonna take a moment to stand tall here. You can readjust your footing if it feels better. So really grounding, clawing into your toes, relaxing our arms, rolling the shoulders down and back.